Auction time. This is the 4R series auction, 4R01. I made this on video. Hold on, I gotta get more light. I forgot. There, that's better. Yeah, it's translucent Texas chert. Not heat treat though. No, this is raw. It napped quite well from a nodule that wasn't looking so promising. But it's all on video. I did grind this more off camera when I read up on it, and I found out that they were ground down on the sides here and usually on the base, but sometimes only very lightly on the base. These are also called agate basin. It's called Angostura in Texas, but it can be called agate basin. They're very widespread in the archaeological record. Yeah, it's not a real one, okay? I made this. It's on video. In case you're wondering. All right. 4R02. This is the mahogany type obsidian that I was napping on video. But I'm also including a couple more pieces. This little biface and a flake that you can test for yourself. It's a bit higher grade than some of the other mahogany obsidians that I've used. Okay, it's higher grade than that. It's good stuff. All right, so this one is 5 exactly by 3. This one is 3.5, a little bit over, by 1 7/8. Four and a quarter. Everything looks bigger than it actually is because my hands are smaller than the average. Okay. So yeah, all 3 of these together under this one item number. Okay, so let's see what we got. Now for the boxes. 4R03. This is a box of bifaces, and these are various cherts and one dacite. Let's see. Yeah, mostly Texas cherts. This is the only raw piece in here. Yeah, I thought I heated this, but it's not heated. But it naps just like it's a heat treat. It's surprisingly easy to nap. It looks dry and chalky and that kind of thing, but it's easy to nap. So I'll give you a chance to find out what it's like to nap something that looks bad but isn't. Okay. 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's see, what are the dimensions? That would help. 4 5/8, a little bit more. 4 1/8. 4 1/4. I hope that's not an issue in there. It's just a slight crack. 4 3/4, a little bit more. This is Georgia chert, heat treat. No, it's not heat treat. It is a raw also. I guess I threw it in at the last minute and didn't look at that. Let's see, 5 3/8. A little over 4. A little under 4. 3 7/8. All these are if there are heat treats, they're heat treated at 350, which is a light heat. And this one is 4 3/8 almost. Yeah, this is a dacite type of obsidian. It naps like dacite, but it has banding in it. So, it's an obsidian, but it naps like dacite because it's very crumbly and crunchy on the edges, but I thinned it down for you. So all you got to do is basically you know, trim it around more on the outside if you want, and maybe notch it or something. Same with most of the other ones. Just a little bit of work will thin them down, and then you can do whatever. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bifaces. I'm calling them bifaces because they don't look like preforms for anything. They're just simple leaf shapes. I don't know what the individual Texas cherts are called. They're all Edwards Plateau cherts, Callahan Divide cherts. I don't know where each one of them came from. Okay. R04. This will give you a chance to mess around with some of this obsidian I was knapping last night. These are all good flakes that came off the 3x7 biface. Alright, but that's not all. I'm including the 3x7 biface. Yeah. But wait, that wasn't all. I measured it, right? So, yeah, it's got measurement in the description too. It's a little bit wider than 3. Yeah, 3.5. It's really high grade stuff. And when I get more accustomed to the boppers, I'll be able to clear off stuff from the center more easily. Yep. Okay, so yeah, these are the best flakes, I think. They came off of that big chunk. This might have an issue with a crack right there, but it's not deep. Hopefully. Cross your fingers. Yeah, so a bunch of these good flakes. I'm giving you the best flakes. I will work the little wonky flakes. But these are the best. They're the flattest. And they got some room in here for messing around with. Okay. R05, a box of heat-treated Georgia chert. This is all 350. Some might be 375. So this is 350 degrees Fahrenheit heat treats. To I think it. Let's just say 380. $350 to $380. Yeah, all of these are the same. When you do when you heat treat a little bit lower than 400, it's considered a light heat treat, or that's what I call it. And the Georgia chert does well at that heat, the swirl and the butterscotch. There's some butterscotch pieces in here. If I can, I'll try to get more in here than what I'm showing. I've got some more flakes I can put in here to fill it up completely. If I can get more in there, I will. All right, so this is butterscotch. This is swirl. It's a little bit curved, so just be aware. 6 1/4. Yeah, it's a little bit curved, so it's not going to be perfect for a big old 6-inch biface. You might get a 5-inch biface out of it. Okay. Yeah, if any of this stuff doesn't work well for you, just let me know. I'll send you some better stuff if I can get my hands on it. 5 inches that way. Yeah, it's all heat treat. I didn't have time to test each and every piece. I usually try to biface them down. That's the most reliable way of doing it. Making sure that it's really good stuff. These are thin flakes that you can nap around the edges or use for cutting tools. Slicing. I think I sold all my chunky flakes. So these are just going to be the thin flat ones. And if I put more in there, there'll be these thin flat flakes. I still got a bunch of thin flat flakes. Yeah. So this just barely fits. So, but if there's room, like I said, I'll put more, like I usually do. Okay. Last but not least, 4R06. This is a box of heat treats, various Texas heat treats. And some of them have been tested, some of them have not been tested. Okay. But they're chunky. They'll got enough room for you to get some good practice. All right. 4 inches. 4 inches. So they're going to be, I think this is the smallest piece in here. They range in size. This is like 3 inches. Yeah. All right. So what are these? These are various Texas church, and they're not all Edwards Plateau. I think there's some from different areas. Some are gravel church, and some are Callahan Divide, but it's all mixed in together. It gives you good variety, and you'll notice a difference in nappability. But it's a good variety of Texas church that respond. These all respond well to heat treatment. So it should all be good. If they're not, just let me know. I'll send you a better piece or better pieces. This one was in my landscaping. You can tell which ones were in my landscaping because they got some dirt on them. They're not artifacts. They're just stuff I've been saving. Yeah, I took a flake off some of these just to test it. It's going to be very glossy, this one. All right. Yeah, this is over full, but I'll get it in there. Okay. All right, rules. You bid in the comments section under one of my pre-populated comments. Okay, these pre-populated comments will have a timestamp, the item number, and a short description. Okay, it'll have a little timestamp, so you can click that little timestamp, and it'll bring you to the item, so you don't have to watch the whole video. Okay, I will like your comment if I see it. Sometimes comments are not always visible. Yeah, that's a glitch on YouTube. Sometimes people see your comments, sometimes they don't. So just be aware. I will monitor the auction, and I will like your comment when I see it. I might not get to your comment right away because I don't check very often in the beginning, but I check very often toward the end of the auction. Try not to bid at the last minute, please. I'm using YouTube's time tracker, and it's not always accurate. So it's up to you if you want to bid at the last minute. Some people just on principle don't like it, so just be aware. But not only that, the other drawback is that YouTube's time tracker is not always accurate. You can look at the clock and bid perfectly on time with 5 seconds to spare, and you're on time and I know you're on time, but YouTube says you're late. Your bid won't be counted if YouTube says you're too late. Okay? That's because everyone sees YouTube's time. So that makes it as fair as possible, in my view. Okay. Shipping is free in the U.S. Yeah, free shipping. International shipping is discounted, but not free. So I discount the amount that it would normally cost to ship in the U.S. Right? So let's say it costs $50 to ship to you internationally. If it's a small flat rate box, they're usually $10. Right? I'll take $10 off that shipping, so it'll be 40 instead of 50. That kind of thing. But this gives you an idea of what these packages and boxes go for, what I charge on those if you're international bidder and you win one of the items. Okay? International rates often change. I might need to charge more than this. Yeah. Also, sometimes there's a tax for you guys overseas when you pick up your packages. Yeah, unfortunately, there's importation taxes. So just be aware. Last time I saw a big tax, it was to Albania, I think. But it turned out not to be a big tax in the final analysis. So, yeah, I guess it was better to overestimate than underestimate. But just be aware. The international shipping is kind of messed up sometimes. All right. I will provide tracking numbers. I accept PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, checks, or money orders. I can also email you an electronic invoice that you can pay with a card. Okay? Those electronic invoices come from my PayPal business account. Okay, so it'll say Jack Crafty Studios or something like that on the invoice. Note, I cannot charge your credit or debit card on my end. Yeah, I used to be able to keep track of your credit card numbers and all that on my end and then just charge you like you have an account with me or like a bar tab or something, you know. But I can't do that anymore without special software. So, I can send you an electronic invoice and you'll pay it on your end with a card. Okay. Winners will be announced starting at 9:01 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 8 Central, 7 Mountain, or 6 Pacific. Yeah, depending on your time zone, just watch the time here. Look at the time here, and it'll tell you when the auction ends. It ends at a certain time depending on your time zone. If you're Eastern, it ends at 9. If you're Central like me, it ends at 8. If you're Mountain, 7. If you're Pacific, it's at 6. Okay, just be aware. I will reply to your winning bid with this little cut and paste message. You know, sold, thank you, item number, price. Please email me your name, address, etc. Yeah, if you're new, this is extremely important because I have no other way of knowing who you are or where to send it to or who to charge. You need to email me if you win. Okay? Please be aware. You need to email me if you win. There's no private messages in YouTube. I can't remind you in any way other than in the comment section. So look at the comment section to see if you've won. And if you did win, please email me. All right. These are my cheat notes. Yeah, there's more of a description below. Please look at my previous auctions to see how they work. Auction 3J has a demo on it on how to bid. I used my tablet. All right. So I hope you like this week's items. They are kind of sparse. I'm going on a hunting trip this coming weekend. So they're going to be sparse again next week. But I hope you like the items. I hope you had a good weekend and good luck.